Plaintiffs Mark Johns and his daughter Autumn say Autumn was best friends with the defendant, but they are no longer speaking because of this lawsuit. Autumn claims one night while she and the defendant were headed to the movies, the defendant shifted her car into park while she was driving 40 miles an hour, which damaged the vehicle, so she's suing. Defendants Brianna Bailey and her mother Chastity Tipton say on the night in question, Brianna did not shift Autumn's car into park, and she did not cause any damage to her vehicle. They're countersuing because they claim Autumn egged Brianna's car.
Start with you all.
Me and Bree were best friends. Even though we were best friends, she never really liked to share with me, or we'd be in the car or something and I'd ask to plug in my phone to the aux and she would tell me no.
Why do you think that was the case?
Oh, I'm not sure.
You never asked?
Nope, she just told me no.
She had asked her.
Why didn't she let me plug my phone into the aux cord?
Because you liked your, I just didn't listen to the same music you did.
Oh, okay. You didn't tell her that?
Well, she never asked me why she couldn't. She would always just say, you never let me, you never let me.
Go ahead.
And one day at school, we got into an argument and I called her the V word. And she, her and one of her friends stood outside my classroom and mugged me for like 5 minutes, which I thought was unnecessary. I don't get why they mugged me.
Did you report it?
No, I told my teacher and she didn't want to. She thought it was funny, so.
The teacher thought it was funny?
Yes.
Plaintiffs Mark Johns and his daughter Autumn say Autumn and the defendant used to be best friends, but as a result of this lawsuit, they are no longer speaking.
All right, let me get some background from you.
Well, it started when me and Autumn became friends about 1.5 years ago. We were really close friends, but there was just a series of events that led to us not being friends. It started when we both got a job together, and she ended up telling one of the coworkers that they don't know why they hired me because I'm too quiet and shy, and I just don't get why my best friend would say something like that to put my job on the line. But then we still remained friends after that. The second series of events was when I was at her house. We were supposed to be going downtown to hang out, and it was before she told her dad. She let him know what she was doing. He said it was fine, and then next thing you know, he's drunk and wouldn't let her go. He was drunk and wouldn't let her go anymore. She decided to still get in the car with me and still go downtown. And when we came back, she realized she left her spare key with her dad, and she didn't want her dad to end up driving her car while he was drunk because it's her car. So we ended up going back to her house to get her spare key, and they got in an argument about it. And he ended up coming up to my car and said, "Get that out of here, you dumb bee," and tried ripping off my side mirror. And then she told me to just drove off, and that's what I did. So I just drove off, and there was we still even remained friends after that. And then the third series of events, which was the final straw, was when she ended up egging my car because my stepdad is the one.
That's part of your lawsuit?
Yep.
All right, we'll get to that shortly.
Yeah.
What grade are you in?
I'm a junior.
All right, how about you?
I'm a sophomore.
All right. Sir, you want to respond to the drunk claim?
Yes, that's halfway true, but
You
I
were
went
half
out there.
drunk?
No, I was drinking, but I didn't go out there. I was drinking, and I didn't drive a car. And I went and wiggled in the mirror and said, "How would you like someone to mess your car up like you did my daughter's car?" She really damaged my car.
All right, let me hear from your daughter about the car.
One day we were going to the movies and Bree suggested I drive. She didn't have money, and so I paid for her. And then when we were going down 72nd Street, I was going like 40 miles an hour, and she's like, slow down a little bit, and I'm going like 50, and then I'm like at 40, and she puts it in park, and it makes some noise, and we stop in the middle of the street, which was, I just think that's common sense. You don't put somebody's car in park while they're driving.
Safety issue also.
Yeah, like, and she told me to drive. Like, she wanted me to
It was
drive.
on a residential
she didn't
street?
72nd, it's commercial.
There were no other cars?
I was not in the car. It was them two.
No, it was like nighttime. There was like 3 of us on the road.
And she put it in park and immediately stopped, and you don't know whether there were cars behind you?
No, I don't think there were cars behind us.
Okay.
They probably would have hit us.
All right.
Right now.
Well, she's going to deny all this, so that's why I'm trying to get it from you, and your probables may or may not be
I have
accurate.
messages of her admitting she did it and also the estimate.
All right.
Thank you.
I was going like 50 when you did that, and we could have both gotten hurt.
She said you weren't going that fast when I did it.
Ma'am, what do you say to this?
Well, first of all, she was not driving 40 miles an hour because we were just taking off from a red
Got
light.
that point.
There was no red light.
Let her finish. Got that point. Now what?
We were stopped at a red light, and as soon as she took off is when I put her car in neutral, and the only reason I put her car in neutral was because she put my car in neutral while I was driving one day.
Okay. And so it stopped immediately?
Well, her car, it did make a noise, and then that's when she stopped.
Okay.
I think she intentionally stopped her car because of the noise.
Why shouldn't you have to pay?
Because I didn't cause any damage to her car.
Okay. Did she speak with you about it? She never told you you caused damage?
She didn't tell me I caused damage until after she egged my car and we weren't friends anymore.
How long after
And when
the
she was
incident?
egging my car, she was driving her car, which was
Listen
after.
to me. I'm not as interested in the Kiddie stuff yet. How long after putting her car in neutral did she mention she had damage?
It was probably a little over a month, maybe.
That's the first time she mentioned it?
Yeah.
And what did you say to her?
When she brought it up to me, she told me that I messed up her transmission, and I told her by putting her car in park, and I told her I did not put her car in park.
Plaintiffs Mark Johns and his daughter Autumn say Autumn and the defendant used to be best friends. But as a result of this lawsuit, they are no longer speaking.
Young lady, why did you wait a month?
There was a time before the whole situation, before the car literally broke down. I told her it was messing up, and I texted her and told her, and she was like, no, it's
You
not.
have that text?
No, I don't. My phone, I got a new phone. And then my car broke
How long
down.
after it occurred did you take it to the shop?
Like a couple weeks afterwards, well, like a month afterwards, I took it to
Why a month?
because it didn't fully break down until a month. Like it was not working after a month.
What
And,
year?
and I told the
What year is the car?
99.
And this occurred when?
It was the middle of March, but I'm not exact what
Okay.
day.
You had never had any other problems
No.
with the transmission? Yes, sir.
Well, when she came home and told me that night, she rammed it in park. I said, that's going to mess your transmission up. It wasn't quite a month. And she said, no, I'm going to go beat Bree up. I said, no, Autumn, you're not. We're going to do this right. You're a straight-A student. You saved your
Got
money up.
all that. Tell me
all
when
right.
she took it, sir.
It sat at school for 4 weeks till I had time to go out there and look at it. Had our tow truck. Nope, not 4 weeks, 2 weeks, because I didn't want to get towed. Brought it home. Had a mechanic come there because it could not drive. So I'm saying 2 to 3 weeks after it happened.
2 to 3 weeks after it happened is when you took it in?
No, they came to me,
Who came to you?
the mechanic.
That's what I'm saying. All
Okay,
right.
yes,
You
2 to
had
3
the
weeks.
estimate done 2 or 3 weeks
Yes.
later, you got
Yes.
an estimate?
Yes,
And this occurred in mid-March?
yes,
All right. The estimate was in May.
yes.
That's a big difference.
Well, I didn't know we was going to sue until,
No. Estimate. I was very clear what I was asking you. Because of 99, a transmission problem could happen for many reasons. And transmissions don't break when you put it in neutral.
She put it in park.
She says neutral.
And when she also just said that when she put it in neutral, that she says, it made a noise. And if you would have put it in neutral, it wouldn't have made a noise. She put it in park, and that's when it made the noise.
Did
and
it
the
make a
car
noise?
stopped.
When you put your car in neutral and you still press on the gas and your engine still rears, that's a noise, yes.
How do you know?
Because she did it to my car.
Did you do it to her car?
No.
So she's making that up?
Yes. Because I don't recall putting her car in neutral.
Don't recall.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I know I didn't.
Okay. I don't believe you.
Okay.
Yeah. And when I don't believe you, don't win.
Okay.
Okay. Claims dismissed, and so is yours. Your Kiddie games, you got to stop it. Have a good day.
I hope she's still my friend.
Yeah. Whatever happens, happens. It was a lot of stuff going on, and I wouldn't have a problem still remaining Autumn's friend.